at kind of controlling the beatdown, especially with the Evo Valkyrie variation. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw maybe some like minor poison, drill poison, or maybe even like minor rocket to kind of have those poison to slow, or the rocket to kind of do those big pushes.
Shout out to our production team here who is just rolling on through. Glad to get reaction right away. You guys can see that World Championship trophy in the background there of Mugi. And then Niuzi, the only really unknown here this month. And Juicy, you called it right off the bat, going right into drill with Evo Snowball and Magic Archer. Magic Archer not super popular, but starting to show up just a little bit more. But kind of dude's been forgotten about over the last few months, feels like.
Yeah, for sure. Will he get the king activation? Wow, Mugi really precise. Hits the king activation. Looks like Mugi's using some Roll Giant Monk Wizard. This is another deck that I've seen so much in the competitive scene. Like, you don't really see it at all on ladder, but this is another kind of common idea to deal with the beatdown. The Monk for deflections, and then the Evo Wizard, which does a pretty good job of just having like splash damage as well as that shield to prevent any sort of like silly ways of taking the wizard out to make the breakthrough happen.
E-Wiz plus Berserker here going to allow that RG to get a couple shots in. Easy defense on the other side with the guards for that drill. Mugi taking the lead 24-38 to 29-46 and getting a little bit of damage on all sides are both these players. And that E-Wiz actually evens things up pretty well. Mugi still just in the slight lead here.
Magic Archer in the back. Niuzi just slow playing here. Fireball does drop from Mugi. Looking at this matchup, it just seems really tough for Niuzi. I mean, okay, he does have an Evo Mega Knight. The Evo Mega Knight's pretty strong for knocking back that Roll Giant, but he's gonna have to watch out to prevent Mugi from pulling that away with those fish boys.
And again, calling it as it happens, getting that MK right on his side of the map. The tower's working on it. Gonna NATO everything together. Nice connection there with the Golden Knight. And Niuzi doing some good stuff here early on, but is going to have to deal with a very, very large counter push. You imagine an Evo RG is going to come down. There he is. Monk does not get in front, unfortunately, but the connection is still. Evo MK comes in. Never mind.
Wow. Yeah, man, this is what we're talking about. Just knocking back his Roll Giant all the way to the other side. And the tornado from Niuzi, not only pulling the wizard away, but catching the fisherman. And all of a sudden, this Mega Knight's on the tower, along with the Electro Wizard. Another hit. Monk comes down, but the tower is down to... Oh, and here comes the Marcher.
Marcher does get one shot in. Great plays here from Niuzi, who's coming for blood early on. 445 remains on Mugi's tower, and I've said this for years. I do believe Mugi is the best RG player in the world, but right now having a very tough time.
Okay, he gets one hit. There's still time on this clock, Andrew, but the problem, I mean, the only good thing really is that Niuzi does not have a big spell, so maybe there's a shot for a comeback, but it's a long one.
Yeah, and you know, Niuzi doing the smart thing here, just trying to get his MK out early on so he can get back to the Evo MK just to kind of play a safe defense. If things start to get a little bit dicey, there's the Evo Snowball to move everything back. And kind of love this deck composition by Niuzi, knowing that Mugi is such a good RG player. He's got the building, he's got the NATO, he's got the E-Wiz for stun, he's got the Evo Snowball. So a lot of bases covered here, and obviously the Evo MK that is kind of the MVP. The Evo MK and the E-Wiz have been very, very good so far in this matchup.
There's the Evo Mega Knight. The Fisherman does come down, but will the Roll Giant be able to break through? Fireball comes out, but he misses the E-Wiz. What a play from Mugi, just one tile away from actually maybe winning the match here. But now it's on Niuzi for this counter push, and it's a big one.
And there we go. Guards come down. There's the Marcher trying not to get that Goblin on tower. There's the Goblin. 219 remains. E-Wiz on the right side. Combined, Mugi has less than 600 HP on his towers, but you know he could still steal it with the RG. Another drill comes in. Maybe another Marcher at the bridge. We'll see how aggressive Niuzi wants to get.
Marcher Spirit. Guards do block. Gold Knight dashing everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
He has enough for the RG Evo. Does Niuzi have the Evo Mega Knight? He has the Evo Mega Knight.
There it is.
I don't know. I don't know if he's able to break through this. This Mega Knight is just, he's blocking everything.
Drill plus Snowball and NATO should do it. No, there's the Snowball that comes in. 5 HP remains. RG still on the board. 2 seconds. And Niuzi takes game one off the two-time world champion playing his win condition of choice. Juice,
Wow. Is that you have to be able to know how to play every single card in the game at a very high level. So I think Niuzi's doing, I mean, he's kind of showcasing that already, like kind of a weird off-meta drill deck. He knows every single card in all their interactions.
All right, game 2 getting started now. Mugi trying to stay alive, or at least stay in the upper bracket, hopefully getting that Mugi rematch in his mind. And Niuzi goes, I'm happy to take out 2 world champions in a row. Let's see if he can do it.
Interesting. So Niuzi going in with the Roll Giant deck now, and Mugi with the Graveyard, as you said. Yeah, Graveyard with Evo Knight Ice Wiz, so no Evo Valk. Probably not going to need it. Interesting, we haven't really seen any like Gob Giant Gob Machine yet, which is kind of surprising. It's pretty good, but it does make sense that these players don't want to, you know, use the best deck in the meta right away. And also, I mean, it's about comfort too. You know, I'm sure Mugi would much rather play some RG, some Graveyard, than some of this Gob Giant craziness that we have in the meta.
So Lightning to take the Witch off the board, which Mugi not very happy about. A lot of people out there kind of clamoring for the Evo Witch to also get a nerf. Juicy, do you think that that's necessary at the moment? I know that like Barb Barrel has really worked its way into the meta specifically because of Witch and Evo Witch. Do you think that she's overpowered, or do you think she's in a good spot at the moment?
I definitely think she's overpowered. I think that she was basically reworked, so she wouldn't heal from other skeletons, but she would heal more from her own skeletons last season, but it didn't really show because everyone was using Goblin Curse and no one wanted to use Witch. But then after the Goblin Curse nerf, everyone started playing the Witch again. It's very, very strong. I do think it does need to be nerfed, but you know, Lightning's a great counter to it, and we're going to see the Lightning drop down right here. Vines try to stop, but the RG is still getting damage here.
Wow, 2 shots. Almost gets the third. Ice Wiz doesn't pull the Dark Prince. And right now, Mugi just struggling. He starts this whole best of 3 with a beautiful King Tower activation with the Monk. And then since then, it feels like it's just been going downhill for him in both of these games. We'll see if he can bounce back here with Graveyard. Obviously a deck that excels more in double and triple elixir, but so does this RG deck.
Vine's going to drop down just to slow it all, and as well as the Ice Wizard. I like the choice here to like he's kind of learning from the mistakes, right? He's not using the Witch on this defense anymore. He's using the Ice Wizard and trying not to give lightning value, and now the counter push with the Graveyard. The Vines drop down as well. Vines plus Graveyard is such a strong combo, and you can see why right here. These skeletons are really putting the work, and the Ice Wiz splashing the Wizard and the Tower, and he's starting to kind of get back in this game here.
Yeah, and what I liked about that defense there from Niuzi is that Evo Wizard, even though it's under the Divine spell, can still put in some work when it's not working because of that shield popping when the skeletons get on top of it. So maybe mitigating a little bit more damage than he would have taken otherwise. 1865 to 2127 here, as we see another GY coming in. Nice block at the bridge here with the Monk.
Darkwood's going to be played a little bit late, trying not to give the Vine spell right away, and letting the Tower take some of those early skellies out. Still, some connect. Monk ability is going to drop, but after the rework to make it so the damage reduction during ability, it's going to actually die mid-ability and not get quite as much chip as Niuzi was probably looking for.
I was just going to say, good lightning value there for the Witch and the Ice Wiz. I don't know if that's a bait or an oversight from Mugi. We'll find out as this damage starts coming in. Log first, then E-Wiz, or excuse me, Electro Spirit. Loving the patience here from Niuzi. Not panicking playing against a 2-time world champion. Not panicking when he sees the damage get a little bit even. He's, you know, he's very calm and calculated with the way he's been defending and the timing of his defensive units. So impressed so far is this caster of 8 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have to give him props as well. I mean, he's doing quite well. He is down damage for the first time this game right now with that good Vine spell from Mugi. But here's a big push coming through. Monk ability does deflect Tower and Ice Wiz, and he has a lightning ready to go. But, you know, wow, look at this. Mugi's just using the Vine spell, protecting his wizards. A lightning does come down. Will this RG get a hit? I think
barely stopping that second one. Evo Witch is on the board, but only 15 seconds remain. You got to get another Bar Barrel plus GY in. But Niuzi looking like he's about to pull off the sweep. He needs another 700 damage here in 7 seconds. It's not going to happen, Juice.
Oh my gosh. And ladies and gentlemen, we are starting today with a big upset. The rookie, Niuzi, coming out and taking out a world champion in Mugi. 2-0 sweep, even using Mugi's own deck against him to put the final nail in the coffin. Wild.
This is absolutely crazy. And you can see Niuzi's face going, was that me? Did I just do that? It's like he's like shaking his head with that little smile. Like, I can't believe that just happened. And absolutely.
Wow.
A huge upset. I think everyone in the world wanted to see the Molite Mugi rematch. Niuzi says, no. I'm putting